And welcome to SA Sports Show. I'm Greg Anderson and Barry Curtin. Thank you so much for joining us. Well, we've got a big show.
Big show,
Barry.
mate.
Yeah.
Big show.
Phil, of course, is in Brizzy, so I've sort of snuck into the chair, so we can actually make some sense of the show. But
good point. Yeah.
Smile has stayed with your face since the siren showdown. Barry Curtin, I thought straight away you'd be one of the happiest men on the earth.
Well, if you had to watch the show last week, and to all our supporters out there, if they had to watch the show last week, right at the very end, Phil did ask me about what I thought about the showdown.
Yeah.
And I did tell him. I told him exactly what I thought, that the Crows would have the best defence, the Crows would have the best midfield, and the Crows would have the more dangerous forward line.
Yeah.
Port to win by 8 goals.
Okay.
I was a couple
They
out.
were hungry. You're right. They got in front, when it mattered, when the contest, just fractionally before the close. And it makes a difference. Fantastic. And the build-ups are awesome.
You're not going to get a better game of footy.
Awesome.
We've discussed this many times about, the Victorians are now saying, let's get the showdown played at the MCG and all this sort of thing. No, don't do that.
No, you can't do it.
Just make it a standalone game. So that everybody in the country who likes to watch footy sees the showdown, because it's still the best game.
It's a brilliant game, but I still sort of say that it's for South Australia. I hear the talks about
football purists would look at that game and go, wow, they know.
But are Essendon supporters really interested in whether or not the showdown's a great game?
If it's the only game on, Greg.
You're saying, a standalone only game.
Standalone game.
Oh, right. Now
I'm saying Friday night.
Now you got me excited.
Yeah, I'm saying Friday night, bang. Yeah. There's your game. Showdown.
Love it, yeah.
Adelaide versus Port Adelaide, or Port Adelaide versus Adelaide. Doesn't matter, but make it a standalone game, because the game is that good, and always is. There's never a blowout. Okay, that was a bit of a blowout on the weekend, but only in the second half.
And really the Crows should have been in front at half time. They missed some easy. Tex had two shots, one he kicked and one he missed. Fair enough, the one he missed was probably the easier out of the two. And then Power just said, right, let's step up a gear and away we go. But it's always played in great spirit. And
it's tough, Greg. You know yourself. You would have played in a couple of these things. Or
you know what? I didn't play in it, and I'd retired at that stage.
Oh, really?
But I just felt that it was really funny, and I spoke to a couple of players who had played both state footy and they said the build-up is what it's all about, and the build-up for a state. Where the state stops for this game, and I'm sure, speaking to your Gavin Wanganines and Mark Rashido, prior to they say it's very, very similar to that build-up. But who's going to be the best? Who's got the bragging rights to be the best team in this state? I love it. I love it.
On Thursday night I had Zach Butters and Xavier Dersma in it talking footy. Now I asked both those lads whether they are aware of the showdowns. Very aware.
Of course they are.
Very aware. A couple of young lads.
It's been going a long time
18-year-olds.
It's been going a long time.
That's right.
Plenty more to go over.
Lots of it.
And we've got news with Bridget.
Thanks, boys. I'm Bridget, and welcome to this week of SA Sporting News. In footy, Port Adelaide have claimed bragging rights over the Adelaide Crows, putting on a dominant second half display to take showdown 47. The Power, led by midfielders Ollie Wines and Tom Rockcliffe, completely dominated the Crows at both sides of the ground to score the last 9 goals of the match. Robbie Gray was awarded the Showdown medal for the 3rd time in a row, tallying a record 5 wins overall. Both the Crows and the Power will need wins this weekend to keep their spot in the 8. Adelaide will be hoping to bounce back against the Gold Coast tomorrow night, while the Port will have a tough task ahead as they face the Lions on Sunday. In ice hockey, it was a disappointing weekend for the Adelaide Adrenaline as they copped a loss at the hands of the Perth Thunder. Alex Gauthier was Adelaide's best, netting their only goal of the game, while Perth scored 7 of their own. Adrenaline will be searching for their first win of the season when they travel to Sydney this weekend to battle it out with the Ice Dogs on Saturday and the Bears on Sunday. Adelaide United have welcomed back a friendly face with superstar midfielder Miley McGree returning to the Reds after penning a 3-year contract. McGree was an integral part of the Reds campaign in 2016 and 17. However, he left the club to pursue overseas opportunities. Originally hailing from Gawler, he decided to leave his team in Belgium to have another crack with his childhood club. He will be playing under Director of Football and former Red striker Bruce Jeté and new head coach Gershon Verbeek. In athletics, South Aussie Michael Roger is continuing his stellar year, once again putting on a record-breaking performance. Roger has placed second in the Oceania Half Marathon Championships at the Gold Coast Marathon. Roger clocked in at just over 64 minutes to take the T46 World Half Marathon record. In the Simpson Cup, Glenelg Golf Club and the Grange Golf Club will face each other in the tournament's final this weekend. Played at the Glenelg Golf Club, the hosts defeated Southern, while the Grange beat out Kooyonga. The final will be played Sunday morning at the Kooyonga Golf Club. And it was a similar result in the Women's Sanderson Cup, with Glenelg and the Grange also advancing through to the finals. Kooyonga placed third and Royal Adelaide came in fourth, with both able to be proud of their performance throughout the tournament. And Adelaide Rowing Club's Alana Gilsmore has been selected to join the Australian under-23 team to compete in the World Championships in Sarasota, USA. The championships bring together the world's best rowers and will commence on the 24th of July. That's all for this week. I'll see you soon.